All right, and welcome back to Digital Planmas. Today is day 6. We're going to go ahead and hop over into my digital planner for today. I do want to say that I'm so very excited to be starting today's Digital Planmas with the newest iPad Air that just came out a few months ago. I did a short 60-second unboxing here on YouTube, trying out YouTube Shorts, so I'll have that linked down below if you're interested in checking that out. And I also posted a short unboxing on Instagram and TikTok if you want to go see those. So this is the new iPad Air. This is the rose gold color in the 256 gigabyte size. And what I like about the newest Airs is that it is compatible with the 2nd gen Apple Pencil. So they have the magnetic side here that I can just attach the pencil to. And then the case that I actually have on the Air is the Apple Smart Folio case in pink citrus. I absolutely love this color and I think it pairs really well with the rose gold color. So that's what I'm going to be using it today to plan. This is the 10.9 inch size, so it's so much smaller than my 12.9 inch Pro. So I'm still trying to get used to the size of the Air and just a few different kind of almost negligible features if you're just using the Air, but if you've used a Pro before, then you kind of notice these differences in the features. If you're interested in seeing more videos about the Air, feel free to comment that down below. I would love to film videos that you're interested in seeing, so comment down some ideas below of things that you would like to see with the Air. I, of course, obviously still have my iPad Pro, so if you're interested in possibly comparison videos or anything that also involves the Pro, feel free to leave those down below as well. But what I really like about the iPad Air is the new Touch ID feature on the power button itself. I find that really convenient because usually when I'm filming, I kind of have to swipe up and type my passcode off screen on my Pro so I don't awkwardly like hover over my iPad Pro to use Face ID. So I find it really convenient that I can just use my finger here on the side. Okay, so I just restored my backup from my Pro on my Air. So I have all the same things on the iPad Air as I did on my Pro. And that means I also still have my digital planner here on GoodNotes. And what's great about GoodNotes is that I have GoodNotes synced to my iCloud, and so whatever I do on my Air, I can pick up and use on my Pro as well. So we're going to go ahead and jump into my digital planner. Another thing that I've noticed about the iPad Air is that it's so much faster when it's opening apps, and it's so much faster when using digital planners. A common issue with digital planners is lagging. Even though the file sizes are generally pretty small for most digital planners, around anywhere from 1 to 5 megabytes, for some reason GoodNotes really does struggle with clicking between links and opening things within these PDF files just because they get so massive over time, and adding our own handwriting and our own pictures and stuff, it can really weigh down the program. But I found that the Air makes it a whole lot easier to click between links. It's a lot faster than the Pro. So we're gonna go into my Tasty Teal digital planner. All right, so let's see. Let's head over into my monthly spread. Let's mark off some habits here. So I'm getting started a little late when filming this video today. I did sleep in this morning and kind of rested a bit because I did a lot of stuff yesterday, actually. Not necessarily stuff that was on my to-do list, but I did get some stuff done that I was putting off. So for today is the 5th, Planmas day 6, so we're going to do this. I did that. Did not do that. Did not do that yet. Week before 9, nope, did not journal of gratitude, and did not tidy yet today. All right, so we only did relax. All right, so I think that's all we need for our monthly page for now. I'm gonna scroll over to my weekly. Another thing that I'm still getting used to with the iPad Air is that I don't have my Paperlike screen protector on this iPad. I get a lot of questions about what screen protector I was using, and I was using my Paperlike screen protector on my iPad Pro. And that's something that I recently installed. I have a video of me installing it and my review of the Paperlike on my channel that I can link down below. But it's something that I have grown used to on my iPad Pro and that I really enjoyed for drawing on my iPad, which I don't have yet on the Air. So still trying to get used to actually writing on the screen again, but I find it an enjoyable experience to write directly on the screen as well, so I don't necessarily think a screen protector is super imperative to have right as you open up your iPad out of the box, per se. All right, so let's see. Today is, let's review Friday. So I did that. I did actually do bookkeeping. That's the one thing I was putting off and kind of dreading. Did not get a chance to edit my course videos. I did get to work on Monday Start Planners. I did get to work on some digital portraits, but not for long, and I did not fold laundry. All right, so let's go ahead and write down today's to-do list for Saturday. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be doing for today. So let's go ahead and check out our weather. We have mostly cloudy with a high of 54 and a low of 30. Make sure that I have my images tool selected and copy that over. Hopefully the audio is fine today. I had issues with the audio yesterday in my last video, so I just included some Christmas tunes. Hopefully you all still enjoyed that. I tried to pick some tunes that I thought were interesting, to say the least. 54 and 30. But I didn't change any settings on my mic, but for some reason the audio yesterday sounded very echoey when it doesn't usually sound as echoey, so hopefully today's audio is fine. Okay, so now we have our weather in for today. Let me go to my don't forget list because I did do bookkeeping, so I'm going to mark that off. And I still need to do all of this. So some of this stuff is probably going to get moved over to next week because there's no way I'm going to be able to do everything today, but that's okay. I definitely want to research more apartments, so maybe I'll do that today. All right, so now that I have my weekly in, let's head over to my daily. I'm going to go to my outline feature here and go to the 4th. And let's see. I did this and I did not do that. This, not this. Need to migrate this. That. I did do that. And I did do that. Alright, so let's set up today's spread. So I'm going to come up here to my plus page option, current template, and then I'm not going to bother with my schedule, writing out the schedule today since it's already so late in the day. I will go in and write an affirmation and then my main focus in my to-dos. So let's go ahead and do that. Kind of the first thing that came to my mind for my affirmation. So now I'm going to do my main focus for today. Okay, so I think that's what I'm going to go with for today. Let's head over into my index, head over into my gratitude, and let's see for yesterday. Gonna go with my productivity. I did bookkeeping yesterday, which I absolutely dread doing, so now that I have that done, I feel like there's somewhat of a weight lifted off my shoulders, so I'm going to go with that, and then we're going to head over to my mood mandala, and obviously for my mood I will also put productive. It's a little messy, but that's okay. So now that I have that in, let's head back over, and I did set up my monthly budget yesterday. Not that you guys could hear me essentially speak about my monthly budget, so I'll talk a little bit about it now. So this is one of my favorite monthly budget templates, and what I envision for this template is that you kind of write the date that it happens for the reoccurring charge, you write down what the actual expense is, and then for the planned, actual, and difference columns, so obviously a lot of my reoccurring charges have a set cost, so I put that under the actual category, and then I'll have a difference of 0 when I pay those, obviously, but sometimes a lot of our expenses, I like to kind of plan my expenses in advance, and sometimes I don't necessarily know what that expense will be. So for instance, if I want to set a budget of $300 for groceries, I can put in the planned column $300, and then once I sum up the actual amount that was spent on groceries, I can put that in the actual column and subtract the difference. Sometimes I can see where I can save money, and other times I see where I'm kind of putting too much money or spending too much money on. So I like having planned, actual, and difference columns, and this is kind of how I set up my monthly budget for the past 2 to 3 years. Obviously, for expenses that have a fixed cost, I just put those in the actual column, and then the difference is just 0. So that's how I set up this spread yesterday. I put all my reoccurring charges in because essentially my reoccurring charges are the most important to me because I don't want to lose track of those. That's money that's automatically going to come out of my account each month regardless of whether or not I initiate it. These are just planned charges that are going to be happening, and so this is the amount of money that I will be losing each month. Whereas with other expenses, I can kind of control those expenses. Whether or not I decide to purchase something on Amazon or add something to my cart, I can control those purchases, and so those are something that I track a little less. Obviously, tracking those expenses are still important, but I really like to keep track of how many reoccurring charges that I'm like initiating, whether or not I'm on monthly or yearly plans. And a lot of my expenses, a lot of my reoccurring charges are on a yearly basis, so I plan on also kind of doing like a yearly budget template soon as well. So maybe I'll do that later in the month. That's not something I necessarily want to set up now because it's not super needed right now since I'm focusing on December, but I wanted to make sure I have my reoccurring charges in. But I like to do my finances kind of at the end of the month as far as like the whole spread goes. So this is what I have for my monthly, and that's essentially all that I want to get done within my digital planner today. It is a much later start in my day, so I kind of want to go ahead and get started on some other things that I have planned for today. But just heading back over, maybe I can set up my daily for tomorrow. So I'm just going to head over to my outline feature and head to the 4th. And then this is my daily for today. I forgot to add this to my outline, so I'm going to do that real fast. Add that to my outline. I also need to write the date on this. So I'll go ahead and set up my daily for tomorrow. I'm going to add current template, write in today's date, or tomorrow's date actually. And then I'm going to write out my routine in the blocks over here. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas. Okay, so I'm just going to go with planning my routine, my schedule for tomorrow, and then whatever I don't get done today, I can migrate over into tomorrow's to-do list. So I'm pretty happy with the schedule. I definitely want to obviously film digital planmas for tomorrow, and then edit course videos, and also continue to work on the 2021 planners, because those are things that I know that I won't be able to complete today, editing the course videos and the Monday Start planners. So I want to make time for that tomorrow, and then other little things that I don't get done today that probably should get done at some point this week, hopefully Sunday, I can migrate over into my to-do list. So thank you so much for watching today's Digital Planmas video. I'm so very excited for this series, and I'm so glad that you all are loving it as much as I am. Thank you so much for watching. As usual, I will have everything that I'm using linked down below. This is the GoodNotes app for those who still aren't sure what app I'm using. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe and share it with your friends. Thanks!